Jacob Zuma of MK will no longer return to Parliament as IEC rejects his nomination. Jacob Zuma of MK will no longer return to Parliament as IEC rejects his nomination. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. John Suwaina TV. Please subscribe. In a stunning turn of events, former South African President Jacob Zuma's anticipated return to Parliament has been halted. The Independent Electoral Commission (IEC) has confirmed that Zuma's nomination, placed at the apex of the MK party's parliamentary list, has been set aside following an objection. The IEC, the statutory body responsible for overseeing elections in South Africa, disclosed that it had informed the MK party of its decision, effectively barring Zuma's path back to the political arena. This decision marks a significant setback for the former president, who had sought a political comeback through the parliamentary road. Zuma's nomination on the MK party's list had raised eyebrows and ignited debate, given the controversies and legal battles that have defined his tenure and post-presidential life. Critics pointed to the cloud of corruption allegations and judicial proceedings hovering over Zuma, arguing that his return to Parliament will be a step backward for South Africa's democratic progress. The objection to Zuma's nomination underscores the vigilance of South Africa's electoral process in upholding integrity and transparency. By setting aside the nomination, the IEC reaffirms its commitment to ensuring that only eligible and credible candidates participate in the country's democratic institutions. This development also highlights the complexities of Zuma's political legacy and his enduring influence within certain cycles of South African politics. Despite facing legal challenges and public scrutiny, Zuma continues to command a loyal following, particularly within factions of the ruling African National Congress (ANC) and affiliated parties. The decision by the IEC is likely to reverberate across the political landscape, triggering discussions about the future trajectory of Zuma's involvement in South African politics and the broader implications for governance and accountability. As the country braces for upcoming elections, the exclusions of Zuma from the parliamentary fray injects a new dynamic into the political arena. It remains to be seen how this development will shape the electoral landscape and the fortunes of the parties viewing and vying for power in the post-Zuma era. Someone commented and said, "You don't know what you are about. He will never be. Dream on." Another one commented and said, "Looting, loading." Another one commented and said, "Are you really sure that this old man can return to partly regardless of what he faces?" Another one commented and said, "The law is the law and the Constitution must be protected from criminals. He thinks he is above the law." Another one commented and said, "He must first deal with his many corruption cases. Billy is waiting for him in the courtroom." Another one commented and said, "God hates people that think they are like a god, but God will turn him to dust. Zuma will never prevail. God will remove him from this earth." Another one commented and said, "Msholozi will return to Parliament. Mark my words, there will be interim president will pardon him and take his position as president. IEC confirms Jacob Zuma will not be on the ballot paper for the upcoming elections. The Electoral Commission of South Africa, IEC, has recently confirmed that Jacob Zuma, the former president, will not be on the ballot for the upcoming election on May 29. This decision, announced by IEC's chairperson Mosotho Moyepia during a media briefing in Centurion, Pretoria, marks a significant development in the country's political scene. Moyepia clarified that despite the growing popularity of Zuma's Umkhonto weSizwe MK party, Zuma himself will not be participating in the elections. However, the MK party will still be listed on the ballot, indicating a shift in political dynamics. Zuma is among 8 candidates disqualified by the IEC, with objections raised against his candidacy leading to this outcome. This decision stems from Zuma's political and Zuma's criminal conviction in 2021, resulting in a 15-month prison sentence. As per the Constitution, individuals sentenced to more than 12 months are ineligible for parliamentary seats, effectively barring Zuma from contesting. The exclusion of Zuma and the MK party has sparked concerns with the MKP youth president, Bonginkosi Kanyile, warning of potential unrest. President Cyril Ramaphosa has issued a stern warning against any threats of violence, emphasizing the importance of peaceful elections and law enforcement's readiness to tackle any disruptions. This development underscores the intertwined nature of law, politics, and public sentiment in South Africa. It reflects the ongoing struggle for transparency, accountability, and stability within the country's democratic framework. While Zuma's absence from the ballot may reshape electoral strategies and alliances, it also highlights the imperative for peaceful and democratic processes in shaping the nation's future. While Zuma's disqualification may lead to disappointment or unrest among his supporters, it also signifies a commitment to upholding democratic norms and the rule of law. It presents an opportunity for political discourse and renewal, fostering a climate of accountability and inclusivity in South Africa's democratic journey. Someone commented and said he must be prepared for his demise. The dog is old and must go and chill out in prison. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Jones. Why Not TV? Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time.
Okay. It's as you can see in the election timetable, the timelines, the turnaround times, they're quite tight. So when the list of candidates was opened up for inspection on the 26th, it then led to us allowing people to then raise objections. So the objections that we're talking about are those ones. However, what happened is that they came very slowly. In the 30 minutes before the cut-off time, we suddenly had an influx of objections. It took us the entire night to process because the timelines that are in the election timetable are absolutely sacrosanct. We have to, it doesn't matter what it is that it takes, we have to be very, very diligent in applying the law, but at the same time make sure that we don't prejudice anyone, we don't prejudice the process. So that is what we've done today, and that is the outcome. And then yes, it is correct that out of the 8 people that were that objections to which were raised, we upheld only one, and it does relate to the former president, Mr. Jacob Zuma. And but I think what I want to explain is that it does not disqualify the party that nominated him. It is an issue about him. So what is the law that is in play? The Commission considers objections according to Section 30 of the Electoral Act. In the Electoral Act, you can object to a candidate on 3 bases, but you have to read that in together with 2 areas in the Constitution. Is Section 47 when it relates to National Assembly, and Section 106 when it relates to the provincial legislatures and of course the regional parties. So that is really what has happened here. So that issue against the former president had to do with the objection was that he does not qualify, and he stood in violation with an element of Section 47 in the Constitution. That is what we apply.